My guest on today's show is passionate about cars and shares his thoughts on car technology. Our tech tip is on how to use the desktop version of WhatsApp. And our mobile app of the week tries to keep kids safe while using a gadget. Finally, we have a cool gift for you on the giveaway segment. This is Tech Trends, and I am Chukwemeka Agbata.
NASA successfully launched a super pressure balloon from New Zealand's South Island Wanaka Airport on Tuesday to conduct near-space scientific investigations. Long-duration balloon flights at constant altitudes play an important role in providing inexpensive access to the near-space environment for science and technology. The 532,000 cubic meters balloon is expected to circumnavigate the globe about the southern hemisphere's mid-latitude once every week to 3 weeks, depending on wind speeds in the stratosphere. The aim is for it to remain airborne for more than 100 days. According to NASA, the balloon's operational float altitude is 33.5 kilometers, and it will be visible from the ground, particularly at sunrise and sunset, in the southern hemisphere's mid-latitudes, such as Argentina and South Africa. NASA's balloon experts at its Columbia Scientific Balloon Facility and NASA's Wallops Flight Facility, Virginia, will control balloon flight operations throughout the mission. The current record for a NASA super pressure balloon flight is 54 days. The launch was the second super pressure balloon mission from Wanaka. The first launch was on March 27, 2015, flying 32 days, 5 hours, and 51 minutes. Alphabet's Google unit has agreed to buy 100 plug-in hybrid minivans from Fiat Chrysler Automobiles to expand its self-driving vehicle testing program. The vehicles will not be offered for sale to the public. Unlike prior testing in which Google bought Toyota motor vehicles from dealers and retrofitted them, the search engine giant will work with FCA directly on the test models. Executives at other automakers, including Ford Motors, General Motors, and Daimler AG, have expressed wariness about alliances with Alphabet or other technology companies that would relegate them to the role of hardware suppliers. Auto executives have said they do not want to stand by while Alphabet reaps richer profits from the data generated by vehicles and their passengers. GM has signaled that it plans to go its own way on driverless car technology, moving to buy self-driving vehicle startup Cruise Automation. John Krafchick, a former auto executive who heads Alphabet's self-driving car project, made a public page for partners in January at Fiat Chrysler officials in Michigan and Italy have declined to comment on speculation that Google's technology could eventually be offered on the new Chrysler Pacifica minivan launched in February. Auto and technology industry executives have said self-driving vehicles, possibly minivans, might hit the roads in first ride-sharing or shuffle fleets. Among the models that Alphabet has been using in its self-driving project is the Lexus RX 450h, a hybrid sport utility vehicle made by Toyota. Leading researchers and engineers in the optics communication industry have gathered at the OFC conference in California, the largest conference for optics communications. One of the broadly talked about topics include the threat of a possible capacity crunch, as capacity crunch is becoming an imminent issue with increasing demand for web-based and mobile devices. Cables and optic fibers that transfer data will reach a limit, but light could be the answer to future problems. According to a recent report from Cisco in 2015, global mobile data traffic grew by 74% and 563 million mobile devices and connections were added. Some researchers say the current growth in data traffic could result in capacity issues and energy consumption leading to higher internet and mobile phone bills. Data centers, large networks of computer servers that transport data, are facing a potential dilemma of keeping up with consumer demand for data to run their devices like smartphones and tablets. Some scientists say one of the ways to prevent a capacity crunch is to create a transition from electricity to light in order to transfer data. Attending this year's OFC conference is Japanese telecommunications company Nippon Telegraph and Telephone, which is actively looking ahead into the future for a solution to keep up with the global demand of data. Mobile data traffic in Japan alone is estimated to grow by 1,000 times the 2010 levels by 2025.
See a very high demand for the data center interconnection between data centers. This is due to the massive growth of the smartphone traffic and some other new emerging service like Netflix type of stuffs. And everybody wanted to connect data between data centers with very high speed.
Telecommunications sectors are struggling to keep up with consumer demands due to the surge of streaming services and internet TV. Looking ahead, data centers will be required to handle exponential growth in data, which can't be done using existing technologies. With this challenge also comes a huge increase in electricity consumption to keep these data centers running, as well as an increase in service costs on the consumer end. Platforms like the OFC conference help light a way out of the impending need for data in the world of communication.
If we can use silicon photonics technologies, we can integrate all the kind of different components in a single integrated chip. That brings us very small and highly cost-effective and with lower power consumption optics. That's the main intention why we are seriously thinking to use silicon photonics.
The researchers at OFC conference are going ahead of the curve by inventing core technologies that will bring innovations to the future world of communication.